Hello, Cancer, and welcome back to Sage and Stone Tarot. My name is Jennifer, and I have been called to do a very special reading, a reading that I have never done on my channel before, and it is an eclipse to eclipse reading. Yesterday and today is the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Capricorn, and depending where one is in the world, it either arrived yesterday, December 25th, or today. I've been called to do this reading. It's an oracle reading, but I still have the tarot in it. And before I go further, I want to wish everybody in the Cancer Collective a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope that your holiday season and your holiday has been magical. And so what I'm going to do, why I'm here, this is a general reading for the zodiac sign Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If there's any Cancer in your chart, you might resonate with this reading. It's not going to resonate with every single Cancer out there in the collective because there's so many of you. I was called to pull out my Divine Feminine Oracle deck, the Divine Feminine Oracle deck by Megan Watterson. And the very first reading that I've done for the zodiac signs was Capricorn. Excuse me. And originally I was going to pull one card for each zodiac sign from the Divine Feminine Oracle, which is going to lead the reading. But then when I did my Libra reading, the exact same card came out, and my guides and spirit clearly told me that this particular card is going to be for every single zodiac sign. It's going to lead the reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly read a short passage just to give you the message that this card represents. And then I will be pulling cards from my Earth Magic Oracle deck, my Moonology cards. I will do the tarot, and then at the end, a Power of Surrender card and a soul message from the Work Your Light. So let me get started here. This card is Shekinah, the presence of the Divine Feminine. At the center of everything, there is light, and I am that light. So what I'm going to do is I know what page it's on. Oh, it had just opened up right here. And I'm just going to read the quick passage of what this card represents, and then I will get into the reading. Excuse me. The Shekinah is described as being a world within the world, as a bright radiance at the center of everything. All life on earth, all consciousness, is part of her light and is therefore sacred. The metaphysical theory of eminence is that the divine presence is manifested in the material world. So there isn't actually any matter, whether organic or inorganic, that isn't also a part of the divine. The Shekinah is light that inhabits your body, your cells, and is in the cells of all of the people and objects you see around you. She is also about pure experience. She is the message, the truth that there is a light at the center of everything that happens to us, both the quote good and the quote bad. And the Shekinah is the reminder that we are not just this body, or this pain we might be going through, or this confusing moment in our brief life. We are light. We are molecules of heaven in human form. And right now, we can just know this. We can experience the light we are, and that can be enough. That can be the miracle and the answer we actually need. Not words or meaning, but simply and more profoundly pure, radiant being. So this is what is going to be leading the reading. Kind of like watching over, and what I also have channeled and have felt is that for the collective, I feel this is a collective message. This is the presence of the Divine Feminine. So this is connecting to healing and balancing that divine feminine energy that we all have. It's that gender specific because we all hold the masculine energy and the feminine energy within us. So that feminine energy, that's about receiving. It's the moon. It is about compassion and unconditional love. It is about our intuition. So it is connecting to that light within us, the presence of the divine feminine. So what I'm going to do first, and what this is going to, with the Earth Magic and the Moonology, these are energies that are for the Cancer Collective. What kind of energies will be in and around you between this eclipse and the next eclipse that lands on January 12th, 2020. And then with the tarot, what is still in need of healing as we wind down 2019? What is in need of healing? What are the energies in and around Cancer at this moment in time? I'm being told one more time. I'm being asked to cut the deck. I normally don't, but I was asked to. Okay. This is the first one to come out. Okay, Cancer. You're being guided. You are being guided and protected and held at all times. We have these two cards here, ancestors, generations, and then down here we have DNA, karma. So what I'm seeing with both of these cards, there's a snake. There is a snake. Like the snake sheds its skin, what I'm feeling is that you are being guided to walk. You're being guided by your ancestors, those who have passed on, and those ancestors that have walked before you from generation to generation to generation, past lives even. And what I feel is that this is cleaning up like remnants of karma, ancestral wounding, family wounding, quote, family curses, breaking the chain, karma, being free and clear of whatever might be lingering. And like I said, with the snake, like I said, shedding one's skin, and to know that you're being protected and guided. What I'm also feeling with the DNA, as humans, we've been upgraded. If I remember correct, our bodies went from carbon, and we are now crystalline. You're in your cells, your DNA has been upgraded. We are these crystalline bodies, like these like liquid crystal. I see like quartz crystal liquefied. That is the image and the feeling that I get when I hear that. Also, right in the middle, Cancer, rainbow, blessings. You are a blessing. Life is a blessing. This is to count your blessings. This was right in the middle, so this is another strong message for the Cancer Collective. To count your blessings, to look at things as even the pain that you have endured, Cancer. These are, if you've ever heard, we've heard the phrase blessing in disguise. So everything that you have walked through, everything you have endured, everything, all of the pain that you might have felt, know that there are gifts and blessings in that, and that is part of the karma clearing, and to clear your conscience. It's not to carry or hold this heavy, dense baggage into 2020. So from this eclipse to the next eclipse is to really connect with your higher self and your higher power, and to count your blessings. Crystals, focus. Excuse me, my throat chakra. Thank you, sorry. Thank you for your patience. Crystals, focus. In this card, this is amethyst. Amethyst, clear quartz, crystals. This is using crystal clear focus, using your focus on what it is that you are wanting to shed and not bring into this new decade and this new year. So take the time, like I said, take the time to pretty much do like a karmic review or a karma review of 2019 and even beyond, 18, 17, 16, going back as long as you feel the need to, and clearing away. Doesn't mean that this time period is going to clear absolutely everything away, but if there are remnants that you are still holding and walking around with, it's time to focus in, become very crystal clear, gain a lot of clarity on what it is that you will no longer carry through your life and into this new decade and into this new year. And remember that you are being held and protected and guided. I'm going to put these on the side because I often refer back. And now I'm going to pull some Moonology cards. One more time. For Cancer, Spirit, Moon messages. What are some Moon energies? Moon energies. We have 2 full moon cards. This is about a culmination of power. This is about releasing, surrendering, and letting go. So there are 2, wow, Cancer. One, 2. So we have 3 full moon cards and 2 new moon cards and a waxing moon. So immediately what it is that this new opening, this new space is waiting to just burst forth. And in order to do that, it is about surrendering and letting go of absolutely everything that is not in alignment with your soul's path, that is not in alignment with who you are at a very deep core authentic level. So Cancer, this time period that we have been in has been feeling, it can be intense and it can be heavy, but the energy is gaining momentum. So if you are feeling that time is speeding up and that time is running out, please know that yes, the end of 2019 is rapidly ending, but don't allow this energy to derail you. Don't get overwhelmed by all of the activity. This is the holiday season, so there is a lot of activity and it can cause a lot of anxiety and stress. And a lot of very close people of mine, family members of mine, are Cancer. And I love that zodiac sign. They're so compassionate and empathetic. A lot of Cancers are empaths. So don't allow to be derailed by this energy that is gaining momentum. Take the time to meditate and contemplate. Utilize this Piscean energy that is very dreamy, that is very ethereal. is to go just to sit quietly, sit quiet, meditate and contemplate, especially if you are feeling that the time is speeding up, the energy is gaining momentum. We have a new moon card. We are in a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Capricorn. A new start is coming. Several of the zodiac signs have gotten this card. And yes, when we end one year going into a new year, we are waiting for something brand new to open up. So sorry. Wow. So yes, we want that newness. We can feel it coming. We can feel it wanting to open. But like I said, take the time to be still and go within and kind of just always balance your energy and not allowing the energy to cause any anxiety or stress. And for this new start, the energy is gaining in momentum, and this new start is wanting to open up. We have a full moon in Virgo with the green. I also see a lot of pinks here and some different shades of like indigos and violets. So this is like the higher chakras, the heart center, the third eye, and the crown chakra. With the full moon in Virgo, Cancer, you are good enough. You are good enough. As you meditate and contemplate, and as you, based on the Earth Magic cards, karma releasing, karma clearing, please know that you are good enough. You have always been good enough. And any area of your life or any situation that you have found yourself in where it had you feeling as if you were not good enough, that's a lie, and that needs to be shed and let go as you walk into 2020, because we have another full moon, a full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. Again, pink with the green. This is heart chakra. Expand and open your heart center. When I see this card, every time I see this card, a win-win outcome can only be forecast and come into your life, into your existence, is when you are leading with your heart. When you are leading with your heart and establishing boundaries and taking care of yourself and respecting your boundaries, that is when a win-win outcome is forecast, because the sign of Libra is always about balancing the scales, balancing Libra. Venus rules Libra, which is about love and beauty and relationships and balance in all things. And so balancing your heart center, balancing the heart chakra, and know that you are good enough, and come from your heart space, but come from a space in your heart that you are feeling safe. And one way to do that is to love yourself enough and respect yourself enough to establish boundaries that are very much needed. And then we have a full moon eclipse card. This is a new moon eclipse, but this is a full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. So absolutely everything is starting to come to a culmination, and it's time to surrender and let go. That's how a conclusion is going to come to fruition for you. So tie up any loose ends, anything that might be lingering or has been lingering. Say goodbye to them. Balance the scales. Be truthful to yourself. Shower yourself with a lot of self-love, Cancer, because conclusions are within reach. And it's going to clear the path for you to enter into this new decade and this new year with an open heart, a strong heart, and a confidence within yourself that you are good enough. You are more than good enough. You have always been good enough. Don't allow the past to dictate your present or bring it into the future. You are good enough, Cancer. So now I'm going to go into the tarot. What still needs to be healed? We did get a lot of the heart chakra, the colors of the heart chakra. So what is it that you need to heal? I feel that this is a heart-centered issue, but we will see what the tarot has to say. Okay, thank you for your patience. Spirit, Cancer, what does Cancer need to heal? The collective of Cancer. The collective of Cancer. Okay, Cancer. We have the Page of Cups leading this tarot spread. Page of Cups. This is a young energy, the page is a young energy. What I feel needs to, and this is cups, so this is water. This is your energy, Cancer. I'm feeling this could be inner child, that sense of wonder, that sense of awe, inspiration, creativity. What needs healing within the heart space for you, Cancer, is this inner child. With the lotuses here, it's an unfoldment of your heart. If you have felt very shut down in the area of creativity, inspiration, and that feeling, that inner childlike freedom. If you've ever seen children play, they have such a wild nature. They are easily sparked to be creative, and I feel that this is something that needs healing around. So you can tap into that muse, you can tap into that creativity and that inspiration where I feel you've been feeling like shut down or snuffed out. I do feel for some, it could feel like it's been obliterated or crushed, or you don't have it anymore. And that's not true. It's always in there. It's been laying dormant. It's been waiting for you to reignite that inner child, to unfold that creativity and inspiration. In the very middle here, before I get into these other cards, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is an energy of conflict and animosity and stress, fighting. I feel for Cancer, this is an internal conflict. This is an internal battle that I feel, Cancer, you have been carrying around with you for a long period of time. And there needs to be healing around this. It's almost like I'm feeling a battle between the light and the dark. The light and the dark. Feelings of not being good enough, just like the Moonology cards. Remember, you are good enough. And it's to lay these weapons down from within and stop fighting within yourself. This is an internal battle. So we have the Hierophant here with the Moon card. What I'm feeling, and this is the way it has come out, this is the way it's laying on the table here, the Hierophant and the Moon card. So again, I go back to Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine, the moon. This is intuition, feminine energy, receiving. What I feel when I see the Hierophant and the Moon card, what is being channeled to me is, because the Hierophant speaks of higher spiritual learning. This is about conformity. This is about traditional values in relationships. But what I feel for the group of Cancer that I'm connecting with is that part of this battle and what needs healing around is the your perspective on what relationships truly are to you, because what has been the traditional relationship template is not sitting right with you, Cancer. So this is something that you are healing with the moon. This is the subconscious, bringing the subconscious to the conscious. This is unconscious fears. Fears are being illuminated, and I feel that it is in direct relation to relationships and how you view relationships. Cancer, what I'm feeling is that the traditional relationships are not satisfying to you, including friendships as well, is that what you are looking for, longing for, craving is a very deeply spiritual connection to those around you, and you don't feel connected to the superficial or the materialistic, the very surface, the 3D template of what traditionally relationships have been ingrained or taught to us. It's not fitting with you. So going against the conformity and the traditional values of a relationship. And that's what this moon is illuminating for you. And it's also illuminating whatever fears that you might hold around relationships that has caused you a lot of internal conflict as well. We have the Eight of Pentacles. You're working very hard. I feel for the group of Cancer that I'm connecting with, you've been working very diligently on your heart and on your soul, like deeply within your soul. I feel that there's been a sense of sadness that you have carried around with you for a very long period of time. And it's something that you are working to move out of, because we have the Emperor. We have the Emperor because, Cancer, what I'm feeling, that what it is that you have been working towards is this feeling of control and order and structure and feeling like a leader. This is the sacred divine masculine energy. So here we have Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine. And we have the Emperor, which speaks of the sacred divine masculine. This is balancing those energies of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, yin and yang, light and dark. And that is what this middle card here, the Five of Wands, I feel is that that internal struggle of balancing the feminine and the masculine, balancing that receiving, that unconditional love with the sacred divine masculine, which is a very protective and very strong energy, and not to be rigid. It's not aggression, it is being assertive. The sacred divine masculine is very comfortable in their heart space and expressing their heart and allowing themselves to be very vulnerable. It's coming out of your shell, Cancer, and knowing that you are very strong within and that you can be vulnerable and you can have the soul-to-soul sacred connection and relationships that you want, whether that is a romantic relationship, whether that is friendship, or even deepening family relationships if that's possible. Because what I'm feeling, what needs to be healed, is the way it is that you see how relationships, how you want to connect to people, how you want to relate to people. You don't just want the surface anymore. You want something that is deep and abiding and true and genuine. So that is a very strong message for the Cancer collective. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to the Power of Surrender card. Searching for deep soul-to-soul connections is what I feel Cancer is yearning for, is aching for, is what has felt that has been missing. Okay, so one last time. One thing about these readings and my Power of Surrender cards is that there's cards that I've never pulled before for all of these readings, brand new cards that have never come up in any other readings. And that is exciting to me because I get to see what the collective, there's 2 more messages. Okay. So, Cancer, surrender your ego, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So surrender ego and fear. We had gotten the moon card. Heal those fears. Surrender the ego. The ego is here to keep you safe and small. And Spirit is asking, the universe is asking you to surrender your ego. Do not come from a place of ego. Come from a place of unconditional love. And know that you can come from that place in a safe way. And by doing so, the way to keep safe and protected is to establish boundaries, is to show self-love, is to show yourself self-respect. And so not coming from a place of ego, it's coming from your heart center. So Cancer, it's time to surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. It's time to stop being so serious and to just surrender to play. Like I said with the tarot, the Page of Cups, tap into that inner child, have fun, do an activity, be around people that can bring out that inner child within you, that curiosity, that inspiration, that joy. Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. One thing that can truly cripple us is comparing us. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 10. We all started on chapter 1, so don't compare. Don't compare. You are good enough. You have always been good enough, Cancer. Surrender to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Again, the moon card and the presence of the divine feminine. This is trusting your gut. This is trusting your inner knowing. This is trusting your intuition and connecting with that. It will not steer you wrong as long as you can quiet the noise of your mind chatter, the negative mind chatter, and even outside interference. This is amazing. This is amazing energy. And I feel that it's very fitting based on the other cards that came out in the other decks. And one last soul message for Cancer. The Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. Soul message for the Cancer collective. This is the third sign to have gotten this, or the fourth sign to have gotten this card, so it must be important to a lot of the collective. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. The Moonology cards had a lot of greens and pinks, so this is devoting your time to your heart space. Tap into the portal that is your heart. Heal and balance the heart space. Forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others, let go. Tap into that heart space, tap into your heart. Your heart is not going to ever lie to you. And you can come from, like I said, you can come from a very loving place, and you can come from the portal of your heart, knowing that you are safe and guided and protected and held at all times. So, Cancer, if you resonated with this reading, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos on a regular basis. And until next time, I wish you so much love and so much peace, and I wish you a very happy new year.